Hello, my name is Hunter. I am speaking out about a white supremacist cult that has been targeting me in my life for years. These people also target other people's lives. They follow certain people job to job and pretty much try to make people look like people that they're not. These people have silenced me. They gang stalk me. They gaslight me. They do all of this stuff to try to frustrate me and make me seem like I'm an unstable person whenever they're the ones that are causing injustice to people. I've watched these people do what they're doing to me, to other people, and some of those people aren't alive today. And the thing about it is most people just want to live comfortable lives, and when I've seen what these people have done to people by pretty much either just straight up abusing them mentally to firing people for no reason to underpaying people so that they are financially unstable. Um, these people, they drink, they do drugs, they do prostitution, they God only knows what other things they do, and these people should be watched. These people should be put under a microscope and investigated. And instead, these people choose to target me and try to paint a picture of me that isn't what I actually am. And the thing about it is these people have no intentions of finding out who I truly am because I know things about them and I know who they are. They showed me what cult they were a part of, and they told me who they were, and I didn't react the way that they wanted me to. So, what they did is they pretty much took notice and started pretty much trying to mentally abuse me. And these people are trying to make me seem like it's just all in my head because that's what they do. They pretty much exclude people, they isolate people, they pretty much get people close to you and then have them betray you. That way, you'll have PTSD from being able to communicate with anybody. And it's super abusive. It's disgusting. Um, this all started with me whenever a friend of mine that I knew for years since middle school, he's now in law enforcement. I found out he was abusive to women and people of color. And he found out that I didn't quite care for that too much. And because I have a good moral heart, I love everybody. And when I see people that are doing wrong to others, I tend to not like it. And in my opinion, that's the way it should be. And because of this, I found out that the cult he was a part of were also the people I was working for years. They were part of this cult, and they showed me who they were. And it's almost like I had angels at some of the jobs I was at that pretty much warned me about them. And when they found out that I found out about them, they pretty much kind of freaked out a little bit, and then they started trying to make me look like somebody that I wasn't. I'm a very hard-working person. I'm very loyal to the companies I work for. I love everybody. I love the customers. And if you saw how I was, you would be like, all the lies these people have spread about me, the slander they put on my name, uh, it, you wouldn't believe it. But that's what people do. They pretty much lie, cheat, and steal, and then pretty much say that you're the one lying, cheating, and stealing. And I have worked hard my whole life only to have people like this come into my life and try to destroy my life. So, I love everybody, and I forgive the people that are doing this to me. but I won't forget what they've done. And I'm speaking out because I've had my life threatened. These people have threatened my life, my family's life, and they literally told me that if I ever tried to speak out that nobody would believe me. And in a way I see that. And it's always the people that know the truth, that see the truth, that are the people that are not believed. It's wild. I have done nothing to these people other than not like what they've done to other people. And it's not even that I made it clear to them that I didn't like it. It's just I stayed silent. And they didn't like that. Because then they couldn't read me. And when people can't read you, they tend to attack you. So, what these people do to me is when I go to work, these people come in and they create issues and then blame me for the issues that I haven't done and then tell everybody that I was doing this when I was not doing this and pretty much making me look like somebody that I'm not by manipulating my emotions and overworking me, scapegoating me out, pretty much to the point where they try to frustrate me. And then when I don't get frustrated, it frustrates them. So they get more and more people involved. And it gets to the point where I'm pretty much excluded from everybody. And nobody will come to me and talk to me. And I always go to everybody else and talk to them. And what they do is they pretty much only talk to me whenever they're trying to find some kind of vulnerability against me. If I say that I don't like something, they do it. If I say I like something, they don't do it. And pretty much just kind of keep going in that cycle. And then it gets me to the point where I can't talk to anybody. I don't feel like I can talk or trust anybody. And then they try to make me feel bad for not talking or trusting anybody. And that's abusive. And from what I understand, it's highly illegal. But yet they do it. They do it and they get away with it. And it's always the nicest people that they do this stuff to. It's always the people that want to make a positive impact on the world that they do this to. Because right now, especially here in America, people have become corrupt, greedy, and self-entitled. And if you see them doing any wrong, they come after your life. And they have no empathy on what they do to you. And the attacks got harder on me whenever I told these people that my father passed away. And they took that as an opportunity to try to mentally abuse me. That way they can blame their mental abuse on a tragic situation in my life. Because that's what these cults do. They wait until you've been in a tragic situation and they use it to their advantage. And it's not just me that they're doing this to. They're doing this to a lot of people. And right now, you got younger generations not being able to afford homes, not being able to afford rent, living in their cars, living on the streets, and they're all told to work harder. even if they're working 2 or 3 jobs, even if they're working one job 60 hours a week. They're told just to work harder. And then they go to work and they're mentally abused. And some of them just don't understand it. Some of them don't even know they're being abused the way they are. Because it's organized. It's very organized. And right now, there's a lot of people that were quiet quitting for the last 4 or 5 years. And right now, they're being punished. Because they wanted to be respected. They wanted to, have some of their needs met. They're not being able to afford to live. So they stopped working. And they stopped striving at work. And then the ones that are striving at work are being attacked and made to not want to work. And then they get punished for being mentally abused. It's just a whole, cycle. And nobody's communicating with each other. And if you disagree with somebody on any little thing, then you're pretty much shunned, cast out of society, made to feel worthless. And if you say you know your worth, you're made to feel worthless. And if you work hard, you're scapegoated out. And if you don't work hard, you're punished. It's like, I don't understand why these people think they can get away with treating people the way they do in today's day and age. Because I have a feeling in my heart that these people are going to be exposed. And it is going to be ugly. Because there are a lot of younger people right now that are not happy not being able to afford to live. And it's like, here in Florida, minimum wage has went up $1 every year. And next year it's finally going to be $15 an hour. But nobody has been compensated. They are still getting paid the same amount of money as they were 5 or 6 years ago. And companies stopped giving overtime and pretty much cut people's hours back after giving them raises to make it to where they're still making the same amount of money. And companies will gaslight the hell out of everybody, saying, oh, well, we gave them more money. Yeah, but you cut their hours to the point where it was almost unnoticeable. We gave him a raise every once in a while. He was making $20 an hour. Yeah, but you only gave him 20 hours a week. I mean, that's what's happening right now. Everybody's getting paid more an hour than they ever have, and somewhat making more money than they ever have, yet are struggling more than they ever have. Living in their cars. Like, I keep hearing about people that are literally sleeping in their cars trying to escape the system that we're all put in. And now, apparently, that's being criminalized. Apparently, you can't be homeless anymore. Yet, people can't afford to live. They can't afford to put a roof over their heads. And it's done on purpose. Done on purpose. I'm watching it in real time. I see what's going on. And these cults, these leaders, whatever you want to call them, they know what's going on. If they didn't know what's going on, then they would be asking questions. They would be talking to the youth who are sleeping in their cars. But they're not. They're ignoring them. They're excluding them. They're shunning them. Making them feel like they need to work harder. When most of them work extremely hard. Harder than probably anybody's ever worked. Working more hours than ever. Working more jobs than anybody's ever had to have. And they're still living paycheck to paycheck. A lot of people that I know are one car repair away from being completely broke. So, what's going to happen? Like, people just want to live comfortable lives. And it's like, that's a crime. Can't live comfortably anymore. People can't even afford rent. And forget about a down payment for a house. Nobody can save money. And then if you're angry about it, the finger's pointed at you and see, they're unstable. Everybody's being gaslit. Nobody's being listened to. Yet we have all this social media and we're more disconnected from each other than ever before. People don't talk to people in public anymore. People don't make eye contact when they communicate with each other anymore. And if you say one wrong thing, or if you don't say one thing, you're shunned, mentally abused, excluded, left out, whatever you want to call it. And it's because of cults. It's because of the leaders we have. It's because of whatever kind of supremacy you want to call it. They're the problems. People just want to live comfortable lives. We have technology to make our lives easier than ever before, yet people's lives are harder than it ever has been. Like, it would be much easier to live in the woods and survive off the land than to survive in the system that we're in right now. And that's not a conspiracy, that's truth. And if people try to do that, you can't be homeless now. It's criminalized. You can't live in the woods. It's criminalized. It's like we're being forced to suffer for no reason. And if you know what's going on, if you see what's going on, you're silenced, you're excluded, you're mentally abused, and you're made to look like somebody that you're not. You get your character destroyed. While the people that are the actual problems are living comfortably. So, I just worry. Because right now, you got kids living out on the streets, living in their cars. People have always been able to afford houses, at least rent. And now nobody can afford anything. Thank you.